This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network. You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
While serving in Afghanistan, I was hit by sniper fire. My victory is sharing my story of resilience to help the next generation.
DAV helps more than 1 million veterans every year. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Tonight, the Columbus North Bulldogs will take on the Terre Haute South Braves. The final regular season matchup for both of these teams as sectionals kick off next week. We are proud to bring you this very special event.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, WCIndianaFCA.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
Marching band that you're watching on screen right now, and you can see the kind of special paint job we have on the field tonight, along with some very interesting and special uniforms that the Braves will be wearing this evening. We are looking forward to what should be a pretty good show. Columbus North comes in 7-1, 4-0, undefeated in Conference Indiana. At worst, they will end up tied for the Conference Indiana Championship. There are your conference standings right now. Columbus North defeated Bloomington North last week, 35-34 in overtime, to effectively take the title as long as they take care of business tonight. But that's going to be easier said than done. Terre Haute South at times can really take it to you, as we've seen against Brebeuf in that basketball game they called a football game a few weeks ago, 83-65. Brebeuf took down Terre Haute South. So we will take a quick break and come right back at you. You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
While serving in Afghanistan, I was hit by sniper fire. My victory is sharing my story of resilience to help the next generation.
DAV helps more than 1 million veterans every year. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
You can get the latest high school and college sports information plus great original sports stories at xlhsports.com.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, WCIndianaFCA.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
Fearless Designs is still your champion for the finest in laser engraving. Trophies, hats, key rings, mugs, license plates, signs, and almost anything you can dream of are all available. Fearless Designs is a local company now serving the entire United States. Contact Fearless Designs for all your gift and promotional items. You will be glad you did.
You are watching high school football on the Indiana Sports Network.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane. Be great.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome back to Bob Clements Field here at Terre Haute South High School, where tonight the Columbus North Bulldogs are in town. The de facto Conference Indiana champions, coming in undefeated in conference play. If they win tonight, they will win the conference outright. If they would happen to lose to Terre Haute South tonight, that depends on what Bloomington North does. As we mentioned, Columbus North beat Bloomington North last week by 1 point in overtime. So pretty exciting one there that could have decided the conference title. Terre Haute South on the other hand comes into tonight 2-5 on the season, 2-2 in conference play. They're ranked number 19 in the 5A rankings, and of course, as we mentioned, sectionals start next week. These two teams, you know, they've got some pretty tough matchups, really. In Sectional 8, Franklin Central will play Columbus North. Franklin Central's the team that Terre Haute South beat last year in sectionals, and then they will more than likely end up against Center Grove, which is the team that has ended the last 4 seasons for the Bulldogs. So, you know, Columbus North may run up against an old foe there, and they are a very good team this year, so we'll see if they can kind of change recent history with this season's sectional matchups. In Sectional 15, that's the one we're really going to look at here in the Wabash Valley. Bloomington South will be right here at Terre Haute South next Friday night. That was a really close one earlier in the season. South fell 36-34. They were missing a few players in that. The Braves can get it together and maybe sneak a winner of Terre Haute against. So Bloomington North will be favored. You never know. Long and it's interesting out of the conference. Columbus North, Bloomington North on top, Bloomington South at 4. We've played really well. We've also seen them kind of be asleep at the wheel a little bit. So a lot of close games this year for the Braves, though, and you know, there's going to be a lot of energy. Had festivities for the marching band and the color stand is behind 7th Street. They're chilled out there. But we are starting to see the cheerleaders gathered on the field as we near game time here this evening. It is just a beautiful night for that fall weather where it's getting that nice little chill in the air in the evening. It's been a little too chilly here the last few nights, down around freezing, but you know, a little bit of a wake-up call for those of you who are used to the warm weather. There's a little bit of frost out there this morning, but it's just an absolutely great night for football. The South fans have packed out the grandstands here. We are the Columbus North Bulldogs coming across the parking lot out beside the East End bleachers. Not a whole lot of Bulldog fans over there from what I'm seeing, but you know, let's hope they're taking this one a little too lightly and the Braves can get out of here with a victory tonight. But you, of course, have seen the beautiful paint job on the field tonight. All dressed in pink are the fans, and the team will be too, so pay close attention as we're just starting to move to speak. Should go to we'll look at Columbus North really quick here. They are led by the back. He's thrown down 6 interceptions, a 65% completion rate. So Ratliff is a tough one to handle, but he is no tougher than Terre Haute South's own Brady Wilson. Wilson on the 6 completion, 18 passing touchdowns along with 5 interceptions. He's thrown for almost 1,700 yards. He's also ran for about 70 yards this year. But Brady's had a fine year. He is kind of what the Braves pulled off last year, and then were able to put it together and beat Franklin Central in their first sectional game. So we'll see if they can do the same. Foes coming in weekend. It's all conference opponents in the sectional play for these two teams, so we'll we'll see how it goes tonight. We're going to take one quick break before we get to game time. There you see the Terre Haute South Braves funneling into the tunnel in their pink and black uniforms for this evening. So you are watching the Indiana Sports Network. We'll be right back.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You are watching high school football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome back to Terre Haute South Vigo High School for tonight's senior night matchup. There you see all the Braves on the sideline. Brady Wilson there, number 12. He will be leading the charge here tonight. Chris Herron back in action. And also one of the captains for tonight, Jaden Houle, is number 21, the running back there. As some pretty fancy helmets there we see from the Braves tonight as well, as that's Trevor Branch, number 6, joining him as the captains head out to midfield to get the coin toss. We'll get to the action soon. It's been a so-so year for Terre Haute South. You know, they started the year with 2 straight losses to Plainfield and Bloomington North, both hard-fought, close games. They were able to take down their nemesis in Terre Haute North, 41-22, a big win there. But then they followed that up with 3 consecutive losses to Bloomington South, Northview, and Brebeuf, and finally get back in the win column last week against Southport, winning 30-6. So we'll see if they can maybe get a big boost here before we head to sectional time. As we mentioned, next week, Terre Haute South will be hosting the sectional game against Bloomington South. So that is a very winnable game, and we expect the Brave fans to be out in full attendance next week. As I'm waiting for Walt to get his headset on here so you can stop listening to me yap about things. But Walt, pretty special evening here. I've been going on and on about it, and I know it was special for you with your son in the band. And nice to get some recognition for all these folks. And you know, how's the vibe down there tonight?
The vibe was good. It is very special time for a lot of the seniors, and you know, sometimes more importantly, their families. You know, it takes so much to get a student across the stage. A lot of families out, and it's interesting seeing people that I went to school with, and some of us all have kids that getting ready to graduate and everything, and so it's just a lot of fun, but also, you know, an emotional time, and you know, you're trying to see your young ones grow up and right in front of your eyes, which is what you want, but then you're like, boy, time went pretty fast.
Yeah, you know? tug at the old heartstrings a little bit here on a night like this. But yeah, you know, my kids are a little younger. I don't have to worry about all this stuff yet. So that's for you old timers, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Yeah, you'll get there. Yeah, but they, you know, it's a great night. And I'm imagining you talked about this, but it's beautiful. The weather's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's absolutely
perfect. It's going to get a little
perfect.
crispy later, but it's beautiful right now.
Yeah, there's a little bit of frost out this morning. I was talking about that. But, you know, these evenings we've had kind of cools off as the evening goes. It feels like fall. It's absolutely perfect football weather.
That's right.
And going into sectional time, you couldn't ask for more.
No, you really can't.
But how about, I've been going on and on about it. People are probably sick of me talking about it already, but I love the uniforms.
Yeah, we're going to have a moment of silence as we try to be quiet here. You see on your screen, there's honoring a moment of silence there. And so it's just a special night all around. You know, really, when you look at this, the field looks absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Players look great. Coaches look great. I'm a little jealous I don't have one of those shirts or something, man. I'd love to have
seen several fans in them. You must have missed out on something.
I think I did.
I did learn firsthand, and I've already said this once, but you do not want to be the first car behind the parade down 7th Street because certain high school students will pelt your little Corolla with Twizzlers.
Oh.
And I have a windshield full of Twizzlers out there right now. So hopefully some youngster run around the parking lot here in a while will find those and clear that up for me.
Hopefully so. Well, believe it or not, we're going to play a little football. Columbus North, the bully on the block, so to say, is top of the conference, undefeated in Conference Indiana right now. I say right now because Hero South could have a little something to say about that over the next 48 minutes.
They have wrapped up at least a share of the conference title.
Yes, they have. And kick and whistle, so we'll see what this is all about. You never want a motion penalty to start the game off. That's not the way you envision things if you're Coach Heron, right?
We're like about Kanan Harper's new graphics he's throwing up there.
Right.
Look at that.
We're
upgrading. I like that, Kanan. That's good.
Too. Well, as if we need to gift the Bulldogs 5 yards, we've done it anyway. And we're going to try to kick this thing off here.
That's the first time ever that the first number I write down goes in the penalty call.
Yeah. Gino Prescott, one of the gentlemen back at the 12-yard line, probably going to be saying his name quite a bit for these Bulldogs. Also back, I believe, Morgan Knapp. Here comes Prescott. It goes far side and going to get pushed out of bounds around the 24, 25-yard line. And that is where old Asher Ratliff will come out to lead his Bulldogs. Having a very fine season.
Yeah, it really is. Averaging about 185 through the air every game. 17 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, 66% completion rate. Just about the same as Brady Wilson. But you look at the schedule this team's played, boy, they don't play many lightweights.
No, neither one of these teams do. So officially the 25-yard line, and Ratliff will be in shotgun formation. Fake to Prescott, looking over the middle. And overthrows his intended target, Knapp. 2nd and 10.
To start the season, Columbus North won their first 4 games, defeating Decatur Central, Columbus East, Southport, and then Roncalli. They shut out 14-0.
They did. Which is really impressive. We look at Roncalli, their record is not indicative of what they really are. 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers near side. Prescott's going to get the give. Braves interior defense holding up very strong. One of the Braves on the tackle, Landon Wilkinson. That'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
He's the nephew of a guy I work with. We were talking about Mr. Wilkinson earlier today and how outstanding of a year he's had.
Yes.
And I don't know for sure. It sounds like he's leaning towards becoming a Sycamore.
All right. That'll be a big boost to that defensive unit. 3rd down and 9. First drive of the game. Here come the Bulldogs. Ratliff. You would think it's a passing situation. He's looking. Good coverage down the field. Man breaks open. Going to get him for a 1st down. It's a great pitch and catch to Jordan Briner.
About a 14-yard gain there for Ratliff's first completion of the night.
Ratliff now, that puts him probably, maybe a yard shy of 1,500 pass yards this season. Came in at 1,484. Man in motion. Now we're going to give to Prescott. Has a blocker in front of him. Terre Haute South trying to wall up. They hold him to a short gain on first down.
But after the Roncalli victory, the only loss of the season was at Bishop Chatard, 21-14. Yeah. So these guys are just a whisker away from being undefeated, right?
Yeah, they are. They really are.
They did take down Terre Haute North 51-10. They've also beat Bloomington North and South.
Under pressure, and they dump it out to the flat to Prescott, and he gets pummeled as it's going to be an incomplete pass. Another third down coming up.
Kind of a bittersweet night here, Walt. This is our last broadcast for the football season.
It is. Yeah, unfortunate we won't be doing these sections, but sometimes that little ticket, that cost, that price tag is a little hefty.
Yeah, it's got to make some tough decisions
that's
sometimes.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Third down and 6 from the 43. Prescott goes to the far side, and here comes Ratliff. He has enough room for the first down. Slides around the Braves 48, they'll call it. It's going to be another third down conversion for the Bulldogs.
They kind of caught all the Braves off guard with that one, about a 13-yard scamper there. Crosses midfield.
Ratliff, their second leading rusher. Of course, there's Prescott, who already has over 1,000 yards in the season, and then Ratliff, you see the wheels that he has. Another first and 10 from the Braves 48. Heavy. Protection is almost broken down. Terre Haute South there to try to get the sack. Not able to get to the quarterback and wrap him up, and you got a first down pass that's going to go out to big old Garrett Long. Look at this, folks. This senior, 6'4", 225. That's a big boy right there.
It is a big boy. Big target, too. And, that helps boost the numbers of Asher Ratliff a little bit when you got target like that. But a good job of getting open there as Ratliff running for his life, able to find a man.
South good close a couple of times, but just not able to get home and close the deal. First down run. Prescott, well, maybe I'm a little presumptuous. It's going to be closer than I thought. Gets about to the spot. They probably will call this a first down. No, they're going to call it third.
Third and inches here, I think.
Columbus North going to get to the line quickly. Going to go a low tempo on 3rd and 1. I like it myself. Prescott, he's going to go up the middle for about 3. Gets met in the hole, but not before the first down. One of the guys on the tackle, Chase McCollin, junior defensive back for the Braves.
Pretty good job containing Prescott so far, but it's these third downs that keep popping up. The Braves not able to get off the field yet.
So Columbus North on this drive, 3 for 3 on first downs. This comes, will be the 10th play of the drive. 2 receivers to the near side. 2 in the backfield. Prescott has it on a formation that we haven't seen yet. Looking for a hole, not able to find one.
2 more yards there. So.
We're already trickling down to the 8-minute mark in this contest. So, ball is definitely being controlled up to this point. Braves trying not to give up the big play, but Columbus North being very patient in their offense. 2-by-2 set here for the Bulldogs. Prescott could be the relief valve, but he's got it right now. Braves converge upon him. He gets across the 30 to the 29. That'll bring up another third down.
Oh, so you got to, sorry, Walt.
No.
I saw you got to call last week's game with Mr. Harper. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and glad to see he's doing better. Prescott, left side, gets stood up before he gets to the line to gain. Terre Haute South did not give up the first down, but let's see what Coach Haston does. He'll probably go for it here.
Yeah, it's 4th and maybe 1 here. I would think they're calling it 2, but it's a short 2. They're going to go for it.
Yep.
See if the Brave defense can stand tall early in the first quarter.
Big test right here. Heavy formation on the left side. Let's see if they run right. Ratliff keeps it. Under pressure. We'll have the first down. A little stutter step. Had old Caleb Rutgers right there trying to chase him down, but he gave him the stutter.
Fans not very happy with the mark. I think they got it right, though.
They said no measurement was needed. Have we had a measurement this season?
I think we had 1.
Really?
Yeah, Canaan's showing 1. I remember 1 because I remember it because it never happens. So
using the old eyeball this year. I'm not mad about it, to be honest with you. 1st and 10 from the 26. Fake to Prescott. Looking downfield. Has a man. Touchdown Bulldogs. You can't have play action without the play. Jordan Briner, the reception. Beautiful pitch and catch from his quarterback, Ratliff.
26-yard strike to Briner. That's his 6th touchdown of the year. And I believe that's Asher Ratliff's 18th touchdown pass. Quick strike early. Actually, they took quite a while to do it, but very impressive drive.
Kick is up. Long enough. It is good. 7-0 Bulldogs. 6:14 to go, first quarter.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1.
You are.
You're #1 at York.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
Drive, that was 14 plays is what I count. 14 play, 75-yard drive that took almost 6 minutes. That is the way you want to start a game.
That's a perfect way to start a game. All the 3rd down conversions as well, even a 4th down conversion.
Pass, not pass, but kick received by one of the upmen. And are we get a flag? Yeah, it's a late flag.
How about the return man on that one?
Yeah.
Big number 70, Ryan Hesher, got a hold of it.
Let's see what this flag is. It's definitely after a play. And some John going on potentially.
Hesher tied for the team lead in sacks. He's not used to returning kicks.
Right. Personal foul on Columbus North. So that's a big one.
That was the old giving him the business there after the play, I think. Yep. So, yeah, if it moves him across midfield. So both drives have started with a penalty so far.
One a little worse than the other, though.
Yeah. Considerably.
As the Braves are going to start in plus territory, the Bulldogs 47. So let's see what they can do with it. As senior quarterback Brady Wilson come out to try to lead his team to another Conference Indiana win. Handoff up the middle. Goes for about 5.
Another flag flies in at the end of the play.
Waiting for the indication on this.
Another personal foul.
Wow. They're going to attack that thing on.
So the sharp and precise start for the Bulldog offense didn't translate to defense as they are sloppy here. Face mask call. March off another 15.
15 yards marked off. Braves will have first and 10 and about the 28-yard
Wow.
So it's nice to see senior tight end Chris Heron out there on the field. I haven't seen him for a while. I think don't know if he started last week, but he was injured for a little while. And nice to see him out there. You see him in the near side trips formation there. Wilson looking in his direction, overshoots actually A.J. Suggs. Had a little heat on it. Second down.
Brady Wilson having a pretty good year here, Walt. 238 yards per game, 18 touchdowns, only 5 picks. About 67% completion, so he's been what you expected to see coming into this year.
Second down and 10. Defense is starting to crouch up on the line. Oh, they moved. Who moved first? They're pointing at us. We're pointing at them. Another penalty on the Bulldogs. That's 35 yards of penalties just like that. Wow.
I don't think the old ball coach can be very happy about that.
No, I don't think so either.
You've allowed Terre Haute South to just march down the field without having to do any work here. Of course, T. Isaac Corbin in the backfield, number 23. He's had a fine year, 131 yards per game, 11 rushing touchdowns.
And that's Corbin flanked to Wilson's left. 4 receivers in the route. Defense showing pressure. They come, expecting the pass. Pass goes far side, out of bounds.
Yet another flag.
I don't know. Is that going to be a hold?
I don't know, but this secondary is a bit confused as to what's... Yeah, that's a good push.
Ball was uncatchable, though.
Yeah.
But since it's a hold, doesn't matter. Another penalty.
Wow.
This is surprising.
Some dissension in the ranks back there in the secondary right now. There's some arms being waved in the air, some conversations being had, and not very pleasant ones, I don't assume.
So the Braves will have first and 10. The Braves have received more penalties than they've run plays. Corbin going nowhere. He's slung down from. Who was that? I'm trying to get the number. Where's it? Okay, there he is. Garrett Long. His body was behind the Brave for like 5 seconds. I'm like, okay, let me see the number. That's that big tight end on the offense that we talked about.
Yeah.
There he is, linebacker.
Look how far the Braves have moved downfield, and they've collected -3 yards.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Have worked for nary a first down. 2nd and 13. Biggest play was run by Corbin over the middle. Touchdown!
Got it.
Braves! A.J. Suggs, just like that. Braves an opportunity to tie it up. 16 yards. Wilson to Suggs.
Touchdown pass number 19 on the season for Brady Wilson, and the Braves strike back. It only took one play, basically, but the Bulldogs marched them down the field, and the Braves pay it off. Let's see if they can tie this thing up.
And whistles. Going to start the play clock again. Griffin Runyon on there to kick. Holder is Logan Wilson, the younger brother. And they say possibly heir apparent to Brady. Kick is up and good. 7-7. Be right back.
In Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
DAV helps more than 1 million veterans every year. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane. Be great.
You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
Countdown 3, 2.
Brian Prescott back to receive this kick. Terrell South, what was it officially? How many? 4 plays?
Yeah.
The official number? I honestly don't know because there's so
3
many penalties that kind of threw me off. 3 plays, maybe?
Wilson, yeah, he was 1 for 2, and Corbin had a negative yardage run. So that
Prescott bobbles it around the 5-yard line. Let's see if that throws off the kick coverage team. It does not. He doesn't get to the 20.
Got some wrestling after the fact here. These teams came out pretty fired up tonight here, Walt.
Yeah, they should, you know. Even look at even the referees have the
lanyard
chain,
thing.
the lanyard that's pink, the wristband pink.
You don't often see at the high school level a whole team get the uniforms like the Braves. That's what's so cool.
I like it.
And they're really sharp. I mean,
Yes,
these things
they
are absolutely beautiful.
Yep. From the 17-yard line is where the Bulldogs start drive number 2. There's 4:37 left to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 7. Ratliff, empty backfield, pressure comes. It's going to be a quarterback run all the way. Looking for a block. Trevor, come on, make the play, young man. Get him all the way out to the 40-yard line. Just gives you something else to think about there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely does. The Braves weren't ready for it either. And
on an empty backfield.
Ratliff pretty light on his feet there. So.
Yep.
As you mentioned, he does run. He averages about 42 yards a game. But, of course, that includes sacks. And
this time, give to Prescott, met in the hole. Is that Rutledge? Who is that? Nope. That time it was Malik Polk. It's a sophomore. Putting his nose in there and getting dirty.
Polk's had a pretty good year. 1 sack. He leads the team in tackles at almost 12 a game. But they are not allowing Prescott to do much of anything so far.
They're not. Bulldogs taking what else they can get, though. Play clock being used very nicely. A little quick out. Can't make the tackle. He's going to get the first down if he didn't go out of bounds. I don't think he did. That's Briner once again. I'm going to need Trevor to make that tackle.
Yeah.
Right there around the 45-yard line. Had an opportunity. Couldn't quite make the play. Those are the type of plays you got to make when you get your defense off the field.
Especially against a team of this caliber, yeah.
First and 10 from somewhere around midfield. Ratliff pitches it. And that is caught. He steps out of bounds. And that was Braylon Thoman. He stands 6'3". So you got some pretty tall targets for the Bulldogs.
Once again, they're kind of methodically working their way down the field here.
Man goes in motion. It's a flag. Prescott busts one up the middle, gets down to the 25. We'll see if this holds. Penalty is down. It's going to be maybe an illegal shift. Looks like what the indication is.
It's going to go against Columbus North, so See if the Braves can get a little help on this end.
And that's really costly because that was a big game from Prescott. The Bulldogs are just really shooting themselves in the foot right now.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they basically handed Terre Haute South their first 7 points, and now they've backed themselves up here, back close to midfield.
2nd down and 8 after they marked that off. 3 receivers as far side. Prescott flanking Ratliff to the right. Ratliff going to keep it. Ooh, boy.
Didn't quite get there. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Full stops him around the 30, the 41, 42. So another 3rd down. Columbus North, the one time they got stopped on 3rd down, they made it on 4th. Braves really looking to get off the field here. Under 3 minutes to go, first quarter. What do you dial up here? Oh, ball's tipped and intercepted. That's Trevor Branch. Can he get past the quarterback? Oh. What a play. Trevor Branch didn't make the tackle, but he got the tip drill.
That's the kind of thing Terre Haute South will need tonight if they're going to pull this one off against the probable conference champions, but the Braves are trying to make that not so easy for the Bulldogs. Trevor Branch, a huge play, already in scoring position. Is there another penalty?
Sideline warning on the Bulldogs is what they called this to be. And the ball will be started, the drive will start at the 25-yard line of the Bulldogs. So let's see if the Braves can punch this thing in and take their first lead of the evening. Look at the bottom of your screen. You see press coverage. You won't get any closer than that.
Oof.
Handoff going nowhere.
Well, it's Corbin. Time we talked about our guy here, Evan Savory. Number 31 for Columbus North, has the 2nd most sacks in the state of Indiana. 14. He's only a half a sack out of first place. As there you see it on your screen, 55 solo tackles. But the most impressive thing to me is that is his 33rd tackle for loss this season.
Don't run in his direction.
This man lives in the backfield.
Yes, he does. Some shifting on the line, pressure, look by the Bulldogs. They're pointing. Pressure does not get there, and once again, the ball goes out of bounds. Every time we see a couple of receivers within 5 yards of each other. That time it was Heron, and I can't see who the other it is. But you got 2 receivers that close. That's, again, we've seen it a couple times already.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like Heron's quite on the same page as Brady Wilson right now. He's turning the wrong way on a few of these routes.
Which we haven't said that like ever.
Yeah.
These guys have been playing together for a long time. They got a great working relationship. Chris Heron at the bottom of your screen going to have to beat his man off the line of scrimmage. Pump fake. Wilson got room to run. 20, 15. Out of bounds at the 14. It'll be first down for the Braves.
Marker, isn't it? Is it first? Yep.
First down, Braves.
How about the feet of Brady Wilson?
Yep.
Pretty good first quarter here, Walt.
Absolutely. Minute and a half to go. Little pitch. Far side. How about that? 15 yards to the end zone. Corbin. Touchdown. Braves have a lead.
T. Isaac Corbin ran for -8 yards on his first 2 rush attempts. He says, I'm going to get all that back and some more as he takes it to the house for the 12th time this year, and the Braves are out in front.
So the Braves capitalize on the interception, which is what you would want them to do, Runyon on for the point after. It's up. It's good, and the Braves have a 7-point lead, 14-7, 1:29 to go in the first.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
14-7. Last 89 seconds of the quarter. Here at Homecoming 2024. Gerald South trying to get a homecoming win against their Conference Indiana foes for the second time tonight. We've seen a penalty on the kickoff. And both times, it was motion by the Braves.
I've certainly never seen a team do that twice in a game, let alone twice in the same quarter, but something's off kilter here with the Braves kicking game, obviously. They've only got 2 penalties tonight, and they're both for the same thing. Speaking of penalties, I mean, it has been Columbus North just absolutely shooting themselves in the foot here. You know, the penalties on the first drive, the turnover leads to the second score. The Braves are getting everything going their way, so they've got to keep the momentum up.
Runyon going to need to get a big boot into this one. This could set up a nice run back. We'll see, yes, a nice high driver. Prescott's going to have it about the 11. He's got room to run. Let's see what happens here. Across the 30. Down at the 36, 37-yard line. So set up very nicely there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is the best field position they've started with, and we'll see if Asher Ratliff can maneuver him down the field again.
Boy, this is, obviously our first time seeing Ratliff. You can see nice arm and also uses the legs when he needs to, and so gives you a lot to think about, doesn't it?
He does, and when he's scrambling, he still keeps his head up, and he finds some receivers that have worked their way open, and not a lot of kids at this level are able to do that. So, pretty impressive.
4 receivers in the route. Hamilton goes in motion, going far side. Handoff, ball security is paramount. As you can see when he got that, kind of clutching it, making sure he's got 2 arms around it. I like that.
Yeah, I don't think this is a team that's used to turning the ball over, so 1's enough in their minds.
Geno Prescott, 5'10", 185, is a senior. Has shown little bursts, just hasn't had as many opportunities yet. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Empty formation. Throw is only where his guy could get it. It's a beautiful pitch and catch to Garrett Long.
About a 14-yard gain there as Ratliff 7 for his first 10.
Just easy pitch and catch there. Have cushion, just take it. They have it now if they want it. Scrambling, good, picking up a block. And that one is going to be caught by Thoman again. Oh, is that incomplete?
Yeah, that's what side judge said here anyway.
Okay.
I thought he had it, but he must have been bobbling it.
Was he out of bounds or bobbled? Huh. Not bad. 2nd and 10. This time it's Long in motion. setting up a block. That poke again down there. Yep. Malik Polk has been right there in the hole multiple times here. And that let's see if they let the quarter elapse. It looks like they will. Bulldogs will go to the second quarter in plus territory, but down 7. 14-7 Braves on top. This is your spot for sports, the Indiana Sports Network.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, we begin this quarter with a big third down play. Third down at 7. See what Ratliff does. He looking for a little tunnel screen that was shut down by the Braves. And he is going to be down well short. This is going to be 4th and about 5.
That was a great job by Landon Wilkinson. You could see Ratliff turned around, wanted that little screen pass. Wilkinson, a huge body standing in the way. Ratliff wisely brought it down, but not able to get there on his feet.
So the Braves with a really big opportunity here. First of all, I would punt this. 4th down and 6, I'm punting this. But the Bulldogs have already converted on one for 4th down and many 3rd down. So play clock is down to 5. Ratliff scans the field, looking to pull it down maybe. Has time, throws it, and it was the ball of the
I don't think he got it,
down
Walt.
to the ground.
Oh, he did.
He did get the first down.
Boy, just
Jordan
barely.
Reiner had to wait on it, had to go down to a knee, but he caught it, and it's a first down. And a penalty. Oh, boy. This is really late.
Another sideline.
Wow. So both sidelines have been warned. The next one will count.
They get a red card.
yeah. You've been watching UEFA?
I have. Yeah.
I believe it. I've recorded all of it, not all of it, but a bunch of them. But I haven't been able to watch much. Trying to work my way through it, but it's hard to do that.
It's hard to find time. Yeah.
You got college football, you got NFL.
It's too much.
That's a lot.
It's just too much.
First down and 10. Prescott, very patient.
You know, I don't get to brag very often, so I'm going to take this opportunity because in a couple weeks it'll all be for naught. But how about those Chicago Bears this year? They're beating up on the bad teams, I'll tell you that.
Well, that's step number 1. Win the games that you should win. Really, the Bears this year don't have hardly any games that they should win.
No.
Because you got a rookie quarterback. You don't know. Nobody knows.
He's coming along pretty well.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Here comes Ratliff for the rollout. Nice completion. Once again, there's Thoman. That's what was that? Was that long?
I think that was long. Or was it?
Was that 8 or 9?
That's long.
Okay.
His uniform's all
it was
scrunched up.
So I'm like,
see.
which one was it? I got it. Yeah. Okay. Either way, another first down to the 31-yard line. Very judicious drive. Cohen long in motion. Here comes a run up the middle. Very nice run on first down. Gets about 8.
You know, another thing that's pretty impressive, Walt, I forget when Indiana University was founded. It was like 1876 or something like that.
Yeah.
This is the first time ever women's basketball, men's basketball, and the football team have all been ranked in the top 25. Wow. So pretty special time down there in Bloomington. And John Mellencamp's going to be at the Saturday big noon kickoff thing, whatever it is.
Was it Nebraska coming in town?
They got a Mellencamp statue going up.
They should. Up the middle, 18 yards, touchdown, Geno Prescott.
Prescott had 25 yards on his first 11 carries. He gathers a very important 18 there, as that could knot this thing back up.
The middle, many times tonight has been clogged. The Bulldogs poured some Drano down those pipes, and it was just wide open.
16th touchdown of the season for Prescott.
Friend on the kick. It's up. It's good. Tied at 14. 8:56 remains in the half. We'll be right back.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com, and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1. You are. You're #1 at York.
You are watching high school football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, Troy, so far there's been one stop, and that's been by the Terre Haute South defense. They got an interception. Other than that, it's just been touchdown drive after touchdown drive, not all of the same length. The Braves have had a couple of shorter drives. This time, we'll see what happens with Trevor Branch getting the return out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line.
And Walt, of course, I'm sure you're aware of all the sectional matchups that came out, and you know, not too unfavorable of a draw here for the Braves. It's a winnable game. So that will be sectional 15 next week. Mentioned it before. Terre Haute South will host Bloomington South.
You know, that I was hoping. I told you what the best case scenario to me would be to draw North on the road, and then if you win that, have a sectional championship here.
But
didn't
you know,
happen that way. But I do believe.
I'm just glad they get another home game here
I
for
agree.
one thing.
That's a winnable game.
These fans deserve to see this team again. Corbin going nowhere on that one.
Once again, you know the regular season game between those two, the South.
Yeah,
had to be finished up on that Saturday, and I went up on Saturday, and you know. I expect to see a lot of offense.
And as Kanan mentioned earlier, they didn't have Heron in that game.
They did not.
So, you know, there's some weapons that maybe Bloomington South's not going to be prepared for.
Speaking of Heron, there's a lot of cushion if Brady Wilson wants to throw it to him. Heron not moving all that well, it looks like to me. As, oh boy, he broke open late.
He did.
Yeah, he broke open late, and the ball was thrown to, I think, Suggs.
He really doesn't look real
no,
speedy out there, does he?
He still, you know, had a lower leg injury, and he's clearly not 100%. You see him walking back to the line of scrimmage. He's out there, but just not. That's why you can get press coverage. You can get literally in his grill if you want to, because
he's not going to get away from you tonight.
Right. That's right. 100% healthy, I don't know if you do that. Third down and long. Brayden Wilson, a long pass out to Heron, completes for that first down across the 40-yard line. And that's the relationship these two young men have had. I was shown video when these guys were, I believe, 7th grade, seeing video of Brady Wilson throwing deep passes to Heron in youth football games. Josh Wilson, one of the assistant coaches here at Terre Haute South, showed me, he said, Walt, you have got to see this kid. And he showed me video. I'm like, who is this? This is the senior that we have now. Brady Wilson could drop some dimes, and boy, he and Chris Heron have a great chemistry. Back to pass under pressure, throwing long. Looking for Mason Lewis, and it's going to be intercepted. The ball was underthrown, and Mason Lewis couldn't quite get back into the play to try to knock it down. And a great pick by, was that Mendez?
I think it was Macario Mendez.
Yep. So the turnover battle has been tied at 1. Both teams getting an interception. That was the first target for Lewis, and he had a step, as you saw, maybe a step and a half. Lewis can fly.
He can. That was a 3rd interception for Mendez this year. That takes the team lead, so just underthrew him just a little bit, and basically ended up like a punt there as Columbus North will take over on the 21.
So Ratliff, it's a fake. Could be a hold. Nope. Did he overthrow? No, oh man. Well, did he overthrow him?
I thought it came down out of bounds.
Okay.
Yeah. It's on the far side, kind of hard to see. It looked like it came down out of bounds, though. So, of course, the other part of that sectional, Walt, will be Terre Haute North taking on Bloomington North.
Yeah.
So, you know, you look at the Patriots season, they got on the board. Couple wins.
Yes,
they were definitely much improved.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at
pressure.
that. Got him.
Oh, Chris Heron with a sack. He gets home, and the first sack of the game goes by the way of the Braves. It's going to be 3rd down and long.
He's not moving too slow. No. 7-yard loss on that one.
So here, the Braves have to get off the field.
Yes.
3rd down and 17, you have to convert.
Absolutely. These are the opportunities you've got to take advantage of if you're going to beat a team this good.
Ratliff back to pass, looking for the screen. Prescott. Oh, the flag! No. It's going to be a face mask or a horse collar, and the drive is going to continue. Oh!
No.
That's a killer.
No doubt in the ref's mind on that one. He had him
everybody,
pegged.
it's easy to see. Easy to see. Oh, that's too bad.
I think that was Gavin Baszler.
Yeah, that's too bad.
You got to keep it clean. That's, as you said, that is an absolute killer.
The one thing that's difficult is when, you know, the player kind of ducks their head.
Yeah.
And then your target changes like in an instant. So I will say I know that's got to be difficult, but nonetheless, it's a penalty, and the drive continues. Oh boy.
It's a 9-yard gain with the 15 on the end, so all the way out to the 39-yard line. Go the Bulldogs.
South defense, really not playing all that bad. They're hanging in there. Just not able to get the timely stop that they need. It's kind of like, the basketball team that's just forcing tough shots, but your opposition's making those tough shots. It's kind of like that, where sometimes your opposition just makes plays, and that's what the Bulldogs have done tonight. Here comes Prescott. Easy first down.
This is the one thing I don't like, though, Walt. Prescott is gaining steam here.
Yes,
he had 11 yards through his first 10 rushes, and now all of a sudden he's busted 18, 9, 7, 9. He's starting to rev up here.
Nearing 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. our last high school football broadcast of the season. Handoff not to Prescott that time. Handoff went to Sam Mormino.
First time we've called his name tonight. Mormino averages only about 15 yards rushing a game, so they don't give it to him a whole lot. But he's kind of in there to spell Prescott. About a 3-yard gain on that one.
Second down.
It's a good stop in there by Ryan Hesher.
Flag on the play, and I think it was going to be on Columbus North. I thought the motion man turned upfield a little bit too early. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the timing wasn't quite there, and I don't know if it was Stoneman or Long. It was 8 or 9. It was one of those twos. I apologize, but looking at who's going off the field, it might have been Tobin.
Yeah. They always seem to get pulled after this.
Yeah, he wasn't the only one going off the field, I will say that.
So they walk off another 5 against the Bulldogs. That puts them already at 50 yards in penalty yardage.
Second and 12
That's
from
a
the
haul.
49.
Second down and 12.
Another big opportunity here for the Braves.
Yeah. See what they can do with it. 5 receivers in a route. Empty backfield. Ratliff scans the field. Oh, boy, he was ready to let it loose. Stutter steps a man and gets out of bounds to 40. And Suggs did just enough to stop his momentum and make him go out of bounds. I want to remind you that next Saturday will be at St. Mary of the Woods as they will have their regular season finale. Is that next Saturday?
You what?
Now I'm second guessing myself. St. Mary of the Woods next Saturday? Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, I think that's the 25th, but is that next Saturday? These days are a blur. Calumet College will be at J. Barrett Field next Saturday. It'll be our next broadcast here on the Indiana Sports Network. Ratliff going to keep it. Fakes everybody out and slides into second base at the 35-yard line.
Boy, Ratliff is killing the Braves here tonight with his legs.
He
He's
is.
really elusive. He's very hard to bring down.
You have so much to be concerned with.
Yeah.
And then there's that.
Yeah, he's got all these targets that he can throw to, and then you got to worry about Prescott. And, hey, if nobody's open, I'll take off.
Right.
There's a reason they're 7-1.
Play clock down to 6. Nobody's used the timeout yet. And they didn't get that off. I thought they didn't get that off. Wow, I thought the play clock expired before the snap and was showing 0.
Now it only expires if the referee sees it.
I agree.
About an 8-yard gain there for Ratliff.
Second and 3.
Just long drives. I tell you, both of the touchdown drives for the Bulldogs have been long, just grinding drives. This looks to be another one as we're already on, play number 9? Here comes Prescott, met by Wilkinson.
Nice.
And drugged down the 29-yard line. Landon Wilkinson with a big stop right there.
Yeah, he's come up big so far tonight. Wilkinson and Malik Polk, those two tonight have really stepped up, and shouldn't say just tonight. I mean, they've been the leaders of this defense all season long, but there's showing their worth here against these Bulldogs.
3rd down and 4, two down territory for sure for the Bulldogs. They've only attempted like 3 field goals all season, I think. So let's see if they'll need a 4th down here. Play action, going deep, has a man back in the end zone.
Nice.
Nice. Had 2 guys right there It had Ty Hamilton and also Chase McHolland breaking up that play, kind of hoping for another interception.
They didn't quite get their heads around in time, but a great job getting the arms up there and bat that one away. And now 4th and 4, Walt. The Bulldogs look like they're going to go for it for the 3rd time tonight.
And are they 2 for 2 on 4th down?
They're 2 for 2, yes.
3rd down, they ain't too shabby either.
The Braves keep getting opportunities to get off the field. Let's take advantage of one.
Crowd making some noise. Ratliff, empty backfield. He might scramble. And is he going to get thrown forward for the 1st down? He got encountered by the defense 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. But because of momentum and a spin move, he falls forward.
You know, and you feel like he's doing all this running this week. Next week, when they go into sectional play, he's not going to run at all. He's going to be throwing the ball over the field, you know it. Next week, they take on Franklin Central. That's who South beat last year. 2 weeks from now, sorry. The other part of that sectional is Center Grove and Jeffersonville.
Yeah. You can stop at Center Grove. Looking for a man deep. Has him inside the 5. Dragging defenders across the goal line for a touchdown. Garrett Long, 25 yards from Ratliff.
Ratliff's 2nd touchdown of the night. 19 on the season now. Long caught it about the 3-yard line, able to wrestle his way across the goal line for the touchdown, and the Bulldogs are out in front.
Looking to make it a 7-point advantage. His friend. Ball's up and good. 2:25 to go in the half. 21-14 Bulldogs.
There was a time when your local pharmacy defined your community. Before the days of long lines and drive-through national chains, pharmacists gave your health personal attention, and you always met with a familiar face. Back then, your questions were always answered, even when you forgot to ask. In Brazil, Indiana, that friendly local pharmacy has always been Lynn's Pharmacy since 1872. We are a modern pharmacy with the latest technology, still deliver that old-fashioned, friendly personal service today. Experience the tradition with your family at Lynn's Pharmacy in downtown Brazil.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
And another long touchdown drive gives the Bulldogs a 7-point lead. 2:25 remain on the clock, so plenty of time for the Braves. As this kick is a low driver, it's going to be fielded at the 10 or so. Trevor Branch tiptoes out around the 27-yard line. Braves have their full complement of timeouts and over 2 minutes to work with, and Branch Lewis a little slow to get up there.
You know, and so far, Walt, really only about 45, 50 yards of offense for this Braves team. They've caught some lucky breaks here with the interception, a big return, but the whole first drive was just penalties against Columbus North. So they're going to have to get this thing in gear and get down there and try to get some points on the board here before halftime.
Well, we've seen Mason Lewis go deep once. I'd love to see it again. Get that thing some air and get it to him. I think he can take his man underneath. Tiptoeing out of bounds is Heron.
About a 6-yard gainer on that one. Heron's 2nd reception of the night.
So it's interesting. You look at formation. You have Lewis and Heron, at least on that play, on the same side of the field. You know, the speed and then your underneath route. Now Heron goes to the far side. They're going to have Suggs in Lewis. So you got speed merchants. 2 speed merchants on the near side of the field. Let's see what happens on this second down and short. Lil Wilson gets sacked. Wilson gets sacked. The pressure came from Jose Ramirez.
Ramirez with his 7th sack of the year. This team, I mean, they make a living back there, Walt, and they're going to find you sooner or later. Unfortunately for Brady, they caught him there, so now 3rd and long.
Braves 3rd down and 10. Columbus North pinning their ears back. Here comes more pressure. Linebackers are pinching. You got to pick up a block if you're Corbin. Ball goes a far side, and boy, look at contact there.
A lot of contact before the ball
no
arrived.
Flags on the play, but there was a lot of contact.
I guess they spent their quota of flags early on. Looked like he caught him before it got there to me, but that'll bring up 4th down. 1.5 minutes to go, and I wouldn't put anything back past Columbus North here. They very well could take this thing down the field.
The unfortunate thing, Braves get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. And boy, you're thinking if they can get points, even if it's a field goal, if you can get points out of this drive. Here comes the punt, and could be returnable. Off the hop, yep.
We got a
There's
flag.
Hasted, and it's a flag on the play. He goes across the 50, across
I think we
the
got
40.
a block in the back, Walt.
He's still going across the 35, driving those feet. The mush push all the way down to the 31. We'll see what the penalty is all the way back on the other side of the field, the other 39-yard line.
There's a reason that initial tackle was missed, and I think it's because he got shoved in the back. So, a holding call. Yeah, it is a block in the back. Okay.
Yep, you saw it the whole way, Troy.
So that's coming all the way back. It's a good run, but
it was
all for naught. Walt, you look at a couple of the other matchups around the Wabash Valley come sectional play, not good draws for some of these teams.
Yeah,
Northview got Roncalli.
Yeah.
That's going to be a rough one.
Where is that one?
Not sure.
Okay.
So, how about West Vigo drawing Garin Catholic?
Yeah.
Feel kind of bad for the Vikings.
Yep. I meant to look at Cascade sectional.
I didn't see who they were playing. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. I didn't look earlier, but of course we saw them a few weeks ago dismantle the Northview Knights in impressive fashion.
Yeah.
So ball will be snapped on the 28. Bulldogs have all 3 timeouts, as well as 71 seconds. They'll start with the run. See if they can get a first down. See if the Braves will call timeouts. This is interesting here. So Cascade, I'm hearing, will be at Crawfordsville. That'll be an interesting game there. Oh, false start. The whole offensive line moved. The center didn't snap it. That's going to go back. Boy, if I'm Terre Haute South, I'm calling my timeouts.
Yeah, you would think they could get the ball in pretty decent position here.
Second down and 9. So does the play clock start with the whistle? Let's see what happens. Yep, it does. Well, Columbus North going to pitch this thing. Going to get out of bounds a few yards short of the line to gain.
It's the first reception tonight for Morgan Knapp.
They targeted him. Ratliff targeted him earlier in the first quarter. Didn't quite connect with him. 3rd and 4. Come the Bulldogs. 44.3 seconds. Braves showing pressure off the edge. Can Houle get there? Nope. Ratliff has room. Oh, what a move. He's got a first down. He gets out to the 46-yard line, 47-yard line.
About a 15-yard gainer there. Boy, this kid. Now they're going to take a timeout.
Yep. And we're going to step aside. We'll take a quick timeout with them. We'll be right back.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
35 seconds left as the Bulldogs use the timeout. They're trying to get a little drive going here. They've already got a 7-point lead, trying to stretch this thing out a little bit. Braves need a stop in the worst way, Troy.
Yeah, they really do. They cannot give up any more points here before halftime if they want to hang in with this Columbus North team. This is a team that puts up a lot of points.
Top 10 in the state here, and depending on your poll, 8 or 9. Ratliff, here comes the pressure, and here comes the screen. There goes Prescott. Go, dodge the man.
Oh, no.
He might be gone. Struck down, could be a horse collar.
He let go really quick, so I don't think they're going to call him on it.
Bulldogs will have 1st and 10 from the 22 or so. They'll call a timeout. The play clock was going to start.
It's the longest run of the night. Sorry, Walt.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that's the longest run of the night for Prescott. Goes for about 31 there. He has just been getting stronger and stronger as this one goes.
Yeah, he really has, and you know, they had the little stunt. Heron came right up the middle on that stunt, and then there was old Prescott in the vacated area for that screen, and there's nobody there. So the Bulldogs right here in scoring position, put points on the board. If the Braves can force them to a field goal attempt.
Yeah. I don't know if they have field goal attempts. They go for it every fourth.
That's what I'm saying, but just keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, they've paid it off every time so far.
Have.
So, yeah, but South has got to figure something out with their offense at halftime here because they are not really moving the ball at all, and you can't depend on Columbus North mistakes to get you points every time. So
that Columbus North defensive line starting to ratchet things up a little bit too. 24.8 to go as the offensive line trying to make some holes for Columbus North. We'll have Prescott in the backfield with Ratliff. 3 receivers to your far side. 2-man route. Going for the corner. Oh boy, a tip drill is that was Rutledge, I'm sorry. Oh, Caleb Rutledge in the coverage. Young man only stands at 5'9", and I do believe that's a generous marking at 5'9".
He's got some ups though.
He does. Well, I know his family might be, they're laughing because they know it's true. They know it's true. My son played with Caleb, baseball a few years ago, and good group of kids.
I'm not saying a word. I'm 5'7".
I'm not that either, so I know. I stood next to Caleb plenty of times. Looking downfield, and oh my. Had his man as a sliding catch attempt, and that was, I believe, long, not quite able to come up with the grab. Chase Mulholland, another one of those Riley baseball kids I've been talking about this season on the coverage.
How about 20 pass attempts already for Ratliff?
Yeah.
And think how many times he's run the ball.
I was just going to say, and it's not like they're not balanced.
Yeah.
If it's 20 passes, I bet you it's got to be 17 runs. 2nd and 10. Braves have 11.8 seconds with which to stand. Just hold him up. Don't let him in the end zone. Ratliff used a lot of time on this play, dumps it out of bounds, and they took 8 seconds on that play. Thankfully, There's only 3.1 seconds. So, barring a penalty, you would think that's going to be the last play of the half.
You would think if they have any semblance of a kicking game, it would be right here.
Yeah, looking at Max Preps, I don't know that. And
they're going to try it. They're going to try it.
Okay.
Who we got there?
That's Friend. Luke Friend. Going to put his right leg into this thing. It's going to be a long field goal attempt. Good snap, good hold. That's got some distance on it.
Nailed it.
Look at that. Luke Friend at the whistle adds to the lead. 3 points added to the lead gives them a 10-point lead, and that could be pivotal.
Yeah, Mike, that's almost 40-yarder there.
Yep. 10-point lead for the Bulldogs at halftime. We're going to step aside for a break. Come back with some of the stats and analysis. It's home game at Terre Haute South. We'll be right back on the Indiana Sports Network.
While serving in Afghanistan, I was hit by sniper fire. My victory is sharing my story of resilience to help the next generation.
DAV helps more than 1 million veterans every year. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
You can get the latest high school and college sports information plus great original sports stories at xlhsports.com.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, wcindianafca.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
Fearless Designs is still your champion for the finest in laser engraving. Trophies, hats, key rings, mugs, license plates, signs, and almost anything you can dream of are all available. Fearless Designs is a local company now serving the entire United States. Contact Fearless Designs for all your gift and promotional items. You will be glad you did.
You are watching high school football on the Indiana Sports Network. It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network. You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, a long field goal by Luke Friend at the end of the half as time expired gives the Bulldogs a 10-point lead, 24-14. And if you take away the penalties, a very well-played half. But just the unfortunate part, the penalties happen, and you can't reverse that.
No, Columbus North started really sloppy on defense. As we mentioned, they pretty much gave Terre Haute South the first touchdown of the game. And then, the Trevor Branch interception was huge. But Terre Haute South's kind of relying on these spectacular plays to keep them in it, and they're just not getting them. So the offense has got to find its groove here. 10 points is not insurmountable by any means. So they've got to find a way to get down the field on this defense. As you mentioned, they're starting to bring a lot of pressure on Brady Wilson. So I think you're going to have to look at maybe some screens and things like that to kind of break that up a little bit. But, you got to take your deep shots too. It's homecoming, it's senior night, let's put on a show.
And I think, we'll end up seeing that as the second half commences and progresses. I think, you mentioned it, the pressure that we're going to see by this Columbus North defense that's what, if you're a Braves fan, it'll probably worry you a little bit, because these guys started to get home, started to get a little pressure on Brady Wilson. Got one sack. Both teams just one sack. But the difference to me, both teams have gotten there. Columbus North is more likely to finish the play. unfortunately, than the Braves.
Yeah, they really are, and they've been getting stronger and stronger. The defense has as this half went, and the Terre Haute South defense, you're starting to see them weaken up a little bit. They've been on the field a lot. We were talking about how many plays. I mean, Ratliff's thrown 21 passes. Prescott's run the ball 16 times. And you look at Ratliff, he's run the ball, probably 11, 12 more times. That's a lot of plays, man. And that's a lot of plays with hard contact with Prescott and Ratliff running the ball. So you are really asking a lot of your defensive line especially, and they're starting to weaken a little bit. So hopefully those guys can get a good break here at halftime. South has the ball to start the second half. Defense got to get amped back up, and, you got to come out in the second half. Last game of the regular season here, you got to give it all you got.
There's only been one punt so far in this game. But there's been the 2 interceptions, one for either team. And that was a big punt at the end of the half. The Braves got the ball back with, I think it was 2:25, all 3 timeouts, a quick, 3 and out, and they had to punt, and then you end up having that field goal. I thought that was a big swing there with the Braves. I watched, I'm a fan of the 49ers. Shanahan is known for wanting to be able to score in the half and score at the beginning of the second half. That smash of points that you get right there can take you from a slight deficit to a lead, or from a tie to a small lead to a sizable lead. So that a lot of times can be a difference in the game. And I really looked at that point. I'm like, boy, if the Braves could get any points, 3 or 7, and then come out in the second half, get a touchdown. So those are kind of the games that you play. Bulldogs were playing none of that. Masterful defense to get that 3 and out.
Yeah, it's in football, it's kind of the middle 10, In college basketball, high school basketball, we talk about the middle 4. The final 4 going into halftime, first 4 coming out. You got to, if you're behind going into halftime, you got to come out and set the tone in the second half. So the first 5-6 minutes, first drive of this second half is going to be really important for the Braves. You got to show you can move the ball on them, number one. Getting points, obviously, pretty important right now. But, at this point, you're gearing up for sectional play. You don't want to give a whole lot away, I don't think. So if you got any tricks in the bag, you might want to keep them there. But, you got to get this crowd amped up here tonight. They're just waiting to blow up for something. So let's hope the Braves can come through.
24-14, 10-point lead for the Bulldogs, but the Braves hit the ball to begin the third quarter. We'll step aside for our first break in the halftime show, as homecoming festivities are commencing right now. We'll be right back after these messages on the Indiana Sports Network.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane. Be great.
Grace Clinic Health Professional. Affordable, compassionate, comprehensive healthcare for the whole family. In Terre Haute and Greencastle.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at YorkAutomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at YorkAutomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You are watching high school football on the Indiana Sports Network.
As you see homecoming festivities on the field here at Terre Haute South High School, we got a scoring update. Terre Haute North also finishing their season. As you see the Conference Indiana standings, the Columbus North Bulldogs at the top with 4-0 lead, so a win here obviously gives them the outright lead, but a win by South could force a share between Columbus North and Bloomington North. You see Terre Haute North down there at 1-4. They'll stay there because tonight they are out of conference. They're playing host to Brebeuf High School coming out of the Indianapolis area, and just to remind you, this is the Brebeuf team that scored 83 points at home against Terre Haute South a couple of weeks ago. And this is this same Brebeuf team who last week rolled up 68 points at Bloomington South in a win, 68-57. Well, they're at Terre Haute North tonight. As I'll pause for this as we see the homecoming queen. Homecoming Queen Owen, as I'll finish in a moment, but I want to give the homecoming queen her propers.
It's a heck of a dress there, Walt.
Absolutely. You got to come with it on homecoming, man. As they say, ain't no half-stepping. And so it's just a fantastic.
You ever wear a white tux like that?
No.
I
No. I have not.
Sharp.
Wouldn't look good as good. I wouldn't look as good in it as he does. I can tell you that.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I'd have grass stains on it or something.
That's right.
Good-looking bunch we got out here,
That's
though.
exactly right. Lene Owen, your homecoming queen for the fall of 2024. So I was talking about old Brebeuf going to Terre Haute North tonight, and it's almost at halftime, and I'll be doggone if that game's not tied at 28. It is halftime now, I'm being told.
Tied at 28.
Tied at 28.
How about the old Patriots?
The old Patriots trying to get the dub, trying to get the 3 wins. Zaire White, 3 touchdowns already
Absolutely
in the game
this year.
Absolutely. Boy, how big would it be if the Patriots can knock off Brebeuf at their place, at home in the last week of the season?
They're going to put a whole lot of fear in Bloomington North if they do that. I know that.
I'm gonna disagree with you. That would put 0 fear in
You
Bloomington
think so?
North. Oh no, Bloomington North, they wouldn't be there. They'd be the same amount of concern. I don't think.
I mean, Brebeuf, you look at the amazing scoring they do, but
they
look
give
at
up a
the
lot.
amazing points they give up.
North got athletes too, man.
Yeah.
North got athletes too.
It was a matter of who finds a way to shut them down.
That's right.
Because they clearly can't shut anybody down.
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting to see how the second half progresses. Hopefully, Zaire's had plenty of fluids this week, so he doesn't cramp up. That would be.
He ought to come back with 6 or 7 by the end.
Man, 6 or 7 touchdowns?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope.
That would be. Michael Gant would deserve that win.
I would agree.
We'll hope the best for the Patriots across town because that would be monumental.
Definitely be keeping an eye on that score to see what happens there. Well, it's halftime here, 24-14 to score. Queen Owen has just been giving her just due. We're going to step aside for another break here in our halftime show. Get you set for quarter number 3 right here at Terre Haute South, your Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week. Columbus North and South at halftime, 24-14.
While serving in Afghanistan, I was hit by sniper fire. My victory is sharing my story of resilience to help the next generation.
DAV helps more than 1 million veterans every year. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at YorkAutomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1.
You are.
You're #1 at York.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane. Be great.
In Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
DAV helps more than 1 million veterans every year. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
Well, they bust out the Megan Trainer here at Terre Haute South High School. It's one of those songs where they like to spell words. You know, I don't know what the words are, but I know they're spelling something. Because I'm hearing saying letters. I've heard it. And the only reason why I know this is because I got some friends who went to the Megan Trainer concert a couple weeks ago in Indy area. So, and then they were talking about this song, and I'm like, who sings this thing? I don't. Anyway,
I never know where the conversations go.
Well, me neither. And then really, where I was going was marching band. I was trying to find a segue. I blew that. We'll just go
hey, that's music too. Let's
that's right. Well, of course, got to watch the South Marching Band before the game. Do their show, and of course tomorrow. It's what all you play for. State finals is tomorrow, so North and South tomorrow will be at Franklin Central High School for North Putt halftime. North Putt 28. Greencastle 28. North Putt 7 at halftime. Wow. Both teams will be at both schools or teams as the Braves come back on the field. We'll be at Franklin Central for Scholastic A State Finals. Terre Haute North performs at 7:17 p.m. And I say p.m. because there's more. I can't say this without a laugh. I'm not laughing at them, but just laughing at the situation. This morning they performed at 7:15 a.m. at Lucas Oil Stadium. So you go from performing at 7:15 a.m. on a Friday to 7:17 p.m. on a Saturday.
It's a long 36 hours.
That's
right
a long 36 hours. But they're young.
Oh yeah.
That's what we always say, right?
We certainly wish the best to both schools because Like I said, tomorrow's the one that counts.
It is.
I remember those days, and there's going to be a lot of butterflies, a lot of
right.
nerves going around.
The Braves perform at 8:48 p.m., and that puts awards at around 9:30, and it's going to be a late night.
That's when we find out our fate. Huh?
That's exactly right. And so, my palms will be sweaty. Last year, South got a top 5 finish. This year, boy, if everything's perfect, maybe you strike gold again and get that again 2 years in a row. I don't know. A lot of tough competition, but very proud of these two schools. I will say, where North came from last year with some. I hate to use the word turmoil, but I think that's the appropriate word. The band program really went through last year, and to see the kids fight through and push through, and as PJ Fleck says from Minnesota, the Minnesota Golden Gophers head football coach, they kept rowing the boat, and they found themselves in a position to where the program now getting better. You have a little bit of stability, and hopefully the band teacher will be there for a long time. And so I'm very proud as a South alum. I'm very proud of the Terre Haute North marching band for those kids sticking to it, sticking together, staying with it, and keep improving. And they'll be at Scholastic Finals tomorrow. Very, very. I don't know if I'd be any more proud if I graduated from North. I really mean that because of what they went through, and where they are is just, man, it's tough.
Well, and Walt, we come on here every week, and we're pretty lucky. We can show our biases a little bit, and you've got a kid here at South, right? You're South graduate, right? I went to Northview. Right. I'm going to have 2 kids going to South, so I'm kind of pro-Brave now. Yeah. And but whenever it's not a North-South matchup, believe us, folks, we want the Wabash Valley and Vigo County to succeed in all of this. Absolutely. Terre Haute North, I'm pulling for them every chance we get. That's right. And it's those kind of stories that you just love to see. Yeah. It's the football program this year making the strides they have.
That's exactly right.
A showing like they're having tonight, it's impressive. They deserve some congratulations. A great hire in Michael Gant.
Yep.
I don't know the band director's name.
I can't remember his name. I apologize.
But,
I'm going to say something, but I might be wrong, so I'm not going to say his name.
Terre Haute North making considerable strides, across the whole school system there, and it's something to be proud of, and we certainly wish them the best. And we'll keep homering until somebody tells us to stop.
That's exactly right. Well, we're going to have a football game in a little bit. We're going to step aside for another quick break. And then we'll come back for the third quarter as both teams are getting their stretches in. We'll be right back on the Indiana Sports Network.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
back at Terre Haute South High School, Bob Clemens Field, as we're getting ready to have the kickoff for the third quarter. You know, you think about, ever since I found this little factoid out, when I hear Bob Clemens Field, I just think of a football field, but this used to be an airfield. We're sitting on land that used to be an airfield. And so
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think that's the coolest thing. I saw a picture of the airfield. Basically went from Davis, from the 7th and Davis to what is not Armory. What is the? Oh,
what are you pointing at?
Just to the. I want to say
I don't know
Armory,
what you're
but
doing.
it's not the Army, it's a military. It's right there.
Right here?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I sound so stupid right now. No, I'm sorry.
Well, there's something out the window, but I don't know what you're pointing at. It's dark out there, so.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there's
by the Denny's. Is that?
No, it's like the military. It's not. Is that? It's not.
I see Staples. I see Denny's. I don't know what you want. Let's watch the football game.
Let's gut off the rails real quick. I'm gonna remember what that is in a minute. But anyway, this used to be an airfield, and it spanned all the way to basically the south to Regional Hospital. So I saw that in the book, and a history of Terre Haute. And I thought that was pretty cool. Kickoff for third quarter's happened. I better stick to football, huh?
Need to get your stories together a little better before you roll with them. The Braves come out with the ball here in the second half.
Down 10, but with nice field position right at the 37-yard line. Let's see if the offensive line can hold up, create some holes for old Isaac Corbin. Spins off a tackler, and that gives him about an extra yard. So he went from 0 yards to 1 yard because of that spin, I think.
It's been really tough sledding here for Corbin. Yeah. Other than the 15-yard touchdown run, you take that run out of the equation, and he's run for -8.
Yeah. Well, when the Bulldogs make you one-dimensional, Terre Haute South, the good thing is that dimension is pretty darn good. We'll see what this passing game can do. Little screen going nowhere. Actually, might have gone backwards as the reception was Chase Maxwell. I believe that's the first grab of the night.
That's Maxwell's first catch on the evening.
Big third down.
Only 36 yards so far for Brady Wilson.
See if you can find the matchup. You got one-on-one matchups to see if you can find the right one. Offensive line's got to hold up. Wilson scrambles. He's in trouble now. Had to throw that thing away. Luckily, it was not intercepted. It's going to be 4th down.
Wilson just 4 of 8 so far, so boy, that pass rush is getting pretty fierce back there.
It is, and that's what we were worried about. You could just see that pass rush getting better and better as the game progressed. So the last 2 drives for the Braves have been 3 and out. Here comes the punt. Oh, it's blocked. Just a suffocating block. Scoop and the score.
Wow.
By Deontay Dagenfried.
Goodness gracious.
And just like that, the Bulldogs are starting to flex their muscles.
Just trying to find who that was, Walt.
Aston Holder. And the kick is good, as just like that in the first basically 90 seconds of the quarter, the Bulldogs have opened up a 17-point lead.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
So the punt block, then the scoop and score by Devontae DeGraffenreid. I apologize to his family for mispronouncing that one the first time. I just needed a moment, and then I needed to hear the Bulldogs radio guys say it. And then that helped me out, give me a little confidence boost that I needed to try that one again. What a turn of events there, as the Braves looking to get that back to a one-score game, and now this game is ballooned, and the offense at this point has got to make some hay. The positive is that the Braves are about to get the ball back. Going to be fielded by an up man, which are going to go out of bounds. Oh my Lord! The Braves thought it might go out of bounds. The Bulldogs were ready to try to pounce on it. Thankfully, it went out of bounds, or somebody tipped it out of bounds, and the Bulldogs weren't able to grab that. That would have been disastrous.
Yeah.
You have to field the ball.
Don't you love when people from work annoy the crap out of you while you're calling a football game? But yeah, this is last-ditch effort time here. They've got to put some points on the board, or this could get out of hand real quick. But this offense has had no answer for this Bulldog defense.
They have not. You can't run the ball. It makes it awfully tough. Wilson. A little shovel. There's a nice run there. Left side.
Little something different there. They tried to get Corbin out in space just a little bit, and good 4-yard gain there.
Kind of like we've seen with Zaire White.
Yeah.
On the north side, you got to get him in space sometimes.
Yeah, we've been hollering at them. Don't run him up the middle every time.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But, yeah, there's still a ton of time left in this game. You've got all the time in the world to move down the field, so no rush. Just
Suggs and Lewis at the far side. Look in that direction to Suggs. Trying to make a man miss. He does, but the second one makes the tackle. Got the glove on, and I think that might have been Long that made the tackle.
Only about a 2-yard gain there.
That was a long pass for a 2-yard gain, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in rhythm, which hasn't happened very much, but yeah, nothing much to show for it. And Suggs tried to do some dancing there. It looked like he might have had an opening, but boy, that defense is quick.
Yep. Now Suggs in the near side slot. Mason Lewis all alone, the top of the screen. Lewis over the middle. Couldn't quite get it to his favorite target, that being Chris Herron. Be 4th down. We needed that one.
Yeah, this is where the Bulldogs could fire the dagger at the Braves here if they would happen to score again. This is a matchup where Columbus North has won 8 of the last 10.
Yeah.
Last year it was a close one, 22-20. Columbus North beat South. Oof.
Punt almost blocked again. They almost got home for the second time in a row. That one fielded at the 43. It's a flag on the play. Another flag on the play. There's one all the way back at the 13-yard line, and there's another one at the 39. So the pressure is not only from the defensive line, the pressure also coming from special teams, as they were very close to back-to-back punt blocks. So you got 2 penalties on the Bulldogs. Great student section for homecoming. I was wanting to say that earlier.
You know, we've only been here twice this year, but they have had one of the better student sections.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's they come out in force every time.
Yeah.
They're always dressed up something weird, too. It's fun,
right.
though.
That's right.
I don't understand. I see a pirate. I see a rabbit. I don't know. If you can connect the dots for me, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah. You know, when it's homecoming, you know, Katie bar the door. You don't get anything. Halloween costumes.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes a little more sense. Say we had up here in the booth at halftime calling the homecoming. That was Margot Mallory, the soccer player, and kind of all-around athlete here for Terre Haute South, and she was dressed as Shrek or something. I don't know what that was.
Well, as they get these things figured out, I want to thank Disabled American Veterans. It's LA Sports, Fearless Designs, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, LaUna, Liz Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line as after the penalties, the Braves have the ball back. See if they can do something with it. Here comes pressure, indicating, and here they come. Off the outsides, couldn't quite bust it up the middle. As Corbin stopped for negligible gain.
You know anything about Center Grove? What kind of year they're having?
Center Grove actually has, I think, 2 losses, maybe even 3. They lost to, I want to say, like a couple of out-of-state teams. And tonight they actually play at home to a team out of Maryland.
Wow.
So that's a home game tonight. Here comes Wilson back to pass. Nice grab on the sideline, but another flag. There's Mason Lewis.
Is there a flag?
Yep. I thought. I'm sorry.
I think there's a flag.
I'm sorry. I thought I saw a flag.
It's Lewis's first catch of the night.
Yep. Would love to see him get a couple of more opportunities. I think that's a matchup that, even though he's just a sophomore, I don't know if you don't jam him at the line of scrimmage, he's going past you. And I don't see a safety. There is no safety over there, so I'd love to take a shot.
Send him deep.
Yes. But
They
Wilson
did.
has to have
No.
time. Here comes
There we go.
Suggs. Far side. Ooh, some talking there as a tackle made by Haston. Jackson Haston, or Haston, I'm not sure which one, I'm sorry.
I know YU used to have a center named Kirk Hastings.
Kirk Haston, yes, they sure did. They sure did. Very solid
popular
center.
Last second buzzer beater against Michigan State, I remember that. That's the one of the longest gains of the night there for the Braves, about a 13-yarder.
Corbin. This is a must score, this drive, which we talked about the Braves getting gifts in the first half. They got another gift here to continue this drive. And now you got to do something with that gift.
Got to take advantage of it.
Yes.
And yeah, they score here. They're definitely still in this thing. So, but it's got to happen. You got to put this thing in the end zone, you feel like.
Lewis, top of the screen once again. There's no safety. Send him. Underneath. Oh, Suggs make a man miss. He made a couple misses across the 30, 25. Still jitterbugging.
Wow.
20, 15. Look at Suggs. big play ability, 47 yards, A.J. Suggs.
Second touchdown of the night for Suggs, and the Braves strike back finally, and they keep themselves in this game. Wow, he juked about 3 or 4 guys.
That's why you want your playmakers in space, because of things just like that. A.J. Suggs has big playability, and you saw it right there. Just a junior for the Braves. Runyon.
20th touchdown pass of the year for Brady Wilson.
Plenty of leg. It's good, down to 10-point lead, 7:06 to go, third quarter.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com, and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1. You are. You're #1 at York.
You are watching high school football on the Indiana Sports Network.
So a short pass that turned into, a long play. A.J. Suggs showing his ability. The Braves still in this, 31-21. They're down 10.
Sometimes you get that athlete on athlete action, and best one wins. Great job by Suggs there, breaking ankles all the way down the field.
Yep. This one's kicked deep. Fielded around the 5, and here comes, oh boy, far side has a lane. Across the 50. He's going to go, folks.
Goodness.
Nobody's going to catch him. Nobody's going to touch him hardly. 90 some odd yards to the house. Jackson Haston, and just like that, back up to 16, could be 17-point lead.
Wow. Talk about a momentum killer. Just a couple minutes after Terre Haute South puts themselves right back in it, the Bulldogs respond in the biggest possible way. The last 2 touchdowns coming off a blocked punt and a kickoff return. Special teams are special tonight for Columbus North.
The kick is good. 38, to 21. 6:51 to go in the quarter. We will be right back.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
There was a time when your local pharmacy defined your community. Before the days of long lines and drive-through national chains, pharmacists gave your health personal attention. You always met with a familiar face. Back then, your questions were always answered, even when you forgot to ask. In Brazil, Indiana, that friendly local pharmacy has always been Lynn's Pharmacy since 1872. We are a modern pharmacy with the latest technology, still deliver that old-fashioned, friendly personal service today. Experience the tradition with your family at Lynn's Pharmacy in downtown Brazil.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
I believe it's Johnson that's kicking off, and a lot of these kickoffs have been fielded around the 35-yard line. 30-yard line, excuse me. I'd like to see Terrell South make an adjustment here. And, yep, that kick is going to the 30-yard line. That one was fielded and taken across the 35. Big thank you to York Automotive, Riddell National Bank, and Lynn's Pharmacy for being with us each and every game. That kickoff return a few moments ago was maybe I shouldn't say backbreaker, but that one stung, didn't it?
Oh yeah, that deflated the balloon, you know.
Yep.
Everybody's getting all fired up again after the big Suggs touchdown, and just immediately the Bulldogs answer back.
1st and 10 from the 38. Trying to stick with that run game, still not getting much. And I don't mind the Braves. I don't blame them for trying to stick with the run. You have to stay, you know, with the run. You can't go one-dimensional.
Yeah, it's a little too early to just start, you know, firing up prayers, but I'd like to see it move with a little more urgency in between plays here, because, you know, the clock, still a lot of time, but you're also wasting a lot of time.
True. 2nd down and 9. Suggs in motion. Got to be a lot of eyes looking at him. Here comes pressure, potentially. Here they come. Get it out of your hand. And there's Heron. Oh, boy. Try to make a cut, and he slipped.
It's Heron's 3rd reception of the night.
You can see his frustration there as he was trying to make a play.
3rd and 4.
Now 3rd down and 4.
Getting chilly out here, Walt.
Yeah, it is. It is mid-October, you know.
So I should have planned better is what you're saying.
I'm just saying it's mid-October. 3rd down and 4. Braves got a plan for pressure, and here it comes Wilson. Has time. Has deep. Oh, my. They were looking for Mason Lewis. I'm telling you, this kid is a burner. Just can't quite connect, as once again, the ball a little bit short. It's hard to expect, you know, that speed. Brady Wilson's got a nice arm, but boy, Mason Lewis is quick.
Yeah, I mean, Brady can just, throw it as far as you can, man. He's going to track it down. He had him behind the defense again, but couldn't quite make it happen. 3rd and 4 now, or 4th and 4, I'm sorry.
I think maybe you get that ball out just a tick sooner. We'll see what the Braves can do on 3rd down. Big play right here. It should be 4th down. I'm sorry. Thank you. Pressure is picked up. And there's Heron. Old faithful. Chris Heron across the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Not 100%, but he's given 100%.
Boy, how big was that one? Chris Heron coming through huge there. About a 17-yard gain. And the Braves move the chains.
And whistles. What do you have? Stopping it at 5 minutes even. Have an official's timeout for something. And we did get a scoring update. Terrell North, Brebeuf has reeled off 14 points at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So Terrell North is down 42-28. Also found out, I had to phone a friend and found out that the North Marching Band director, Christopher Pinto.
Okay.
So I did get the answer there. I knew it started with the P. The last name started with the P. I just couldn't remember.
The Braves have figured out how to move the ball here. They got to keep doing it, but they've got to score on about every possession now.
1st and 10, and then get a couple stops. Looking for a hole is Corbin. He's got a nice run.
Oh,
and there's a flag. I literally I literally was just getting ready to say, Troy, knock on wood, we haven't seen a flag for a while.
Yeah.
I was just getting ready to say that, and then
This
out
is
of a cannon.
Personal foul
Yeah, it
territory
is.
here because they were roughing him up afterwards again. Yep.
How many personal
So,
fouls?
that's
That's
3 on
fi-
them tonight.
That only 3 personal fouls on them?
That's 3 on Columbus North.
It feels like 5.
Yeah, well, they've had 80 yards in penalties, so.
I'm telling you what, that's the thing that they're doing. Is the biggest bugaboo for the Bulldogs tonight. These penalties.
And you don't expect to see that your final regular season game.
Do
This
not.
is a first, second
Do
week
not.
problem that you should have had licked by now. But a lot of it's, lack of discipline here. That's the second one we've seen for roughing up a guy after the play's over. So.
Special timeout again. As we thank Disabled Americans Veterans, Excel Age Sports, and Fearless Designs for all they do for Indiana Sports Network. Because soon we'll be turning our sights to basketball, at least here on the Indiana Sports Network.
You ready to hit the hardwood?
I am. I'm always ready for some basketball. We'll have some high school basketball coming in November. We got the chain all situated now. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Braves, as they say in soccer, is all about what you do in the final third, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See?
It's hard enough to get into the final third.
Right.
Believe me,
right.
I got a bunch of young ladies that are struggling with that right now.
I got you.
We're doing all right, though.
Ball batted down.
And I will brag a little here, Walt.
Yeah.
Of course. It's my last chance to this fall, so. Got 2 youngsters in the Vigo County Youth Soccer League down here. And over the last 4 seasons, they have racked up, combined, over 100 goals.
Wow.
So, yeah. Pretty proud of them.
Hey, let's keep that going and keep them over here on the south side, okay?
Yeah. Oh, they're coming this way.
All right. There we go.
They'll be training with the Braves next summer, we believe.
Very nice. 2nd down and 10. Wilson back to pass, a little high, but Suggs comes down with it. Gets down to about the 6-yard line.
What? Bring up about 3rd and 2 for the Braves.
Braves got to punch this thing in. 3-score game as of now. You've given your defense a big, long breather here, too, so they should come out a little bit refreshed, but you've got to get this in the end zone.
Suggs in motion. Far side slot is where he'll stop. Pitching it in the back of the end zone! Oh, they're looking for Chris Herron. And I love the fact that it's only where he can get it. And you see him a little bit gimpy going back toward the line of scrimmage, but just a little bit out in front of him, a little bit too far.
Yeah, he's coming up kind of lame there.
Yeah. He's mad at himself for not coming down with that ball. Decent placement and a great effort, but just couldn't quite grab it.
So we're going to rely on the defense here. Let's see if we can knock the field goal in, make it a 2-score game.
Runyon. Just like a PAT. Up and good, but this one's 3 points. 3:15 to go, 3rd quarter. We'll be right back.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
You are watching high school football on the Indiana Sports Network.
This program is a copyright.
38 to now 24 as the Runyon field goal was good. A scoring update on the Indianapolis area. Number 1 in the state, number 1 in 6A, Brownsburg at Hamilton Southeastern, a conference game. Hamilton Southeastern in the third quarter up 23-7 on number 1 Brownsburg. Woo.
Got some surprises brewing here at the end of the year.
Yes, absolutely. Man.
Of course, this Columbus North team, what were they ranked? 6th, I think, in 6A?
Something like that.
9th. And they're just,
onside kick, and oh boy, great grab. That was a great grab right there, as looked like that was a grab by Devon Jones.
But they're only, basically one play away from being undefeated themselves.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But no, last year, when it came sectional time, Columbus North beat Jeffersonville 58-0, and then went on to lose to Center Grove 35-12, the fourth consecutive year that Center Grove's knocked them out.
Center Grove, of course, they went on that string of 3 straight state championships in the early 2020s, as we got a Prescott run up the middle. Oh, of course, it was 3 years in a row. They just were banging out state championships, like Aaron Judge bangs out home runs. So they've kind of.
Who you got in the playoffs?
I'm going to be honest. I haven't hardly watched any of it.
I haven't watched a single pitch.
I have watched less baseball this year than in any year of my entire life.
Is there a reason? Or just...
I'm a Cardinals fan. And
okay, well, that's a good reason to not watch baseball.
Yeah, here comes Prescott. Speaking of Prescott,
if I was a Cardinals fan, I probably wouldn't be here.
Yeah, well, speaking of Prescott, did you see what happened to the Cowboys Sunday? My gosh.
I mean, I find it funny when they fail like that.
Every time.
Humorous. That was a colossal beatdown.
They said it was Jerry Jones' 81st birthday that day.
Well, he deserves it. That was quite the birthday present Detroit laid to him. How about the NFC North as a whole? It's, as of now, the toughest division.
Pretty nasty. Pretty nasty, yep. Well, I tell you, the Bulldogs, it's a 14-point game. It feels like it's more than that, and they could, with a touchdown here, they could, all but put this thing away, barring, a bunch of turnovers.
Well, and that offensive line is paving the way for Prescott here. He
looks solid.
Moving down the field, big chunks at a time.
We haven't seen Ratliff run the ball in quite a while, have we?
I don't think he has his half.
I don't think so either. Oh boy, how about that? Looking like Army or Navy game right there. Looking like Cascade. How about that?
That was a Cascade move there.
Yeah, it was.
Long on the run. He got about 7 and a first down. We've seen a lot of good games this year, but that one, they were fun to watch.
Very. Unfortunately, that was a one-sided.
Very one-sided game.
But they were very impressive. Down to a minute to go, third quarter. And going to get a timeout? Yep, we're going to get a timeout, Columbus North. We'll take it with them. Bulldogs up 14.
While serving in Afghanistan, I was hit by sniper fire. My victory is sharing my story of resilience to help the next generation.
DAV helps more than 1 million veterans every year. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
You can get the latest high school and college sports information, plus great original sports stories at xlhsports.com.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, wcindianafca.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
We're in the last minute of the third quarter here, and the Bulldogs have a first down and 10.
Prescott averages 126 per game. I've got him at 120.
And he has the ball right now. Broke a couple of tackles and gets a short gain. Brave is down and injured. Slow to get up. We'll step aside for a timeout so we tend to this Brave. We'll be right back.
Fearless Designs is still your champion for the finest in laser engraving. Trophies, hats, key rings, mugs, license plates, signs, and almost anything you can dream of are all available. Fearless Designs is a local company now serving the entire United States. Contact Fearless Designs for all your gift and promotional items. You will be glad you did.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane. Be great.
Grace Clinic Health Professional. Affordable, compassionate, comprehensive healthcare for the whole family. In Terre Haute and Greencastle.
Second down and 8. Could be last play of the quarter. See. Looking end zone. Nope, it won't be the last play of the quarter because that's a touchdown.
That's
a touchdown right there. Too easy, as you said. Bowman, another score.
Way too easy. Yeah, that's I don't know about salting it away, but it's awful close now.
Yep, it's very close.
Over 165 yards now for Ratliff through the air, along with 90 on the ground.
Wow.
And that's his third touchdown of the night.
Kick is up and good. 30.9 seconds to go. We'll step aside for a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, this one is 45-24 now as we look to culminate the third quarter. Get you some scoring updates here momentarily. Braves looking for a run back. 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. I talked about next week being at J. Barrett Field with the Pomeroy Sprint football team. St. Mary of the Woods will have their regular season finale next week as they host Calumet College of St. Joseph. Those two teams have fought for the last two conference championships, and they'll finish the season next Saturday. That'll be a 3 p.m. game. But tonight, the Pomeroys are at Walsh College of Ohio. That game's in the fourth quarter. They're up 48-8. Friday night under the lights, college style.
Boy, they're on a roll, aren't they?
Yeah.
It was fun calling that game a couple weeks ago against Oakland City. There was.
Boy, that was a little bit out in front of Suggs, as he's not able to grab that. But yeah, St. Mary of the Woods, their Sprint football team they're fun to watch. So, folks, next Saturday afternoon, hopefully it'll be good weather, and just come on out to J. Barrett Field, watch a fine team, watch two fine teams. As Calumet College, they're awfully good.
Yeah, they may end up fighting for that title for a third consecutive year.
Yep. Back to pass. There's Heron, and maybe that'll be the last play of the quarter. We'll see. And, of course, Calumet College going into tomorrow's game is 4-0, so it could be a clash of undefeateds looking for the regular season title. Third quarter's over. 45-24, 21-point lead for the Bulldogs. We'll step aside and come back with quarter number 4 on Homecoming right here at Terrell South in the Anna Sports Network.
Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
You are watching high school football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Back out for the fourth quarter. A big thank you to Disabled Americans veterans, SLA Sports, Fearless Designs, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lyuna, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. 12 minutes on the clock. Terrell South down 21. Back to pass on 3rd and 5, and intercepted. The pick, the block, and it could have been a block in the back, and there's a flag on the play. But that pick, and another one, that might be the highest tossed flag
That was a good one.
that I've ever seen in high school football.
That was a good one.
That flag.
That may be another personal foul against
Yeah, I mean, that high has got to be a personal foul.
Oh, it is.
You don't throw a flag that high unless it's a dead ball, personal foul.
Yeah, you mean that one.
He meant that.
Sending a message. With
Oh yeah.
Boy, that's the dagger right there
Yeah.
for sure. So
But there are a lot of math teachers in the stands that, looking at the arc on that, and there'll be a question for their math students. Look at the angle of the flag and the parabola, and just.
You're just saying random words right now.
No, I'm not. That's a geometry.
Parabola. What? That's not a word. I know it's a word, but it doesn't sound like a real word.
Yeah, it's a math word.
It's a math word. Personal foul against Columbus North.
Yeah. Well, we got to get a little help here with the second one. Where are we pointing? All right. Offsetting. Man. Well, this game is really turned. At halftime, it was 24-14. You know, and Braves just not able to hang with the high octane. Yeah, boy, I don't want to say high octane offense because it's not like they're pitching them around all over the place and you know, having a lot of 50-yard plays. It's just a very they grind you down.
They do, and a ton of weapons on this team. And they could be high octane if they really put their mind to it, but there's no need to.
Oh my.
You got a shocker there for us, don't you, Walt?
West Vigo Vikings, as we have a 1st and 10 here. After the interception, and a sack. Ratliff goes down in a heap, but the West Vigo Vikings, and I believe, was that game at Sullivan? West Vigo Vikings beat Sullivan 13-7. I believe that game was at Sullivan.
How about that? Way to go, West Vigo. Jimmy Kendall wasn't there since it was at Sullivan. I'd love to know the last time the Vikings won at Sullivan. My goodness. That was Brody Smith on the sack. Certainly a high water mark for this season for West Vigo.
Absolutely. 2nd and 50. I think that might be win number 4.
Yeah,
for the Vikings.
They've improved a little.
Across the 15 near the 14-yard line.
Yes, I believe that was, that's
Larmino. West
back
Vigo,
in there.
I'm sorry. West Vigo moves to 4-5 on the season.
It's a big
Kudos
improvement.
to the Vikings.
It really is. So,
Coach Clemens, his 10th win at West Vigo. 3rd and 11 by the Bulldogs, looking to shut the door on this thing. Back to the end zone, looking for a big target right there. And I'm going to say this, and I say this respectfully because he's had a fine game. That's Braylon Thoman. I think if this game was a little tighter, he fights for that ball and gets that touchdown.
Yeah, he did.
He had position. I think it was kind of a lackadaisical attempt at a grab, or he didn't know that the pressure was right there. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, but he didn't feel like he didn't really go all out on that one.
Correct. But maybe he just didn't know the pressure was right there.
When you're up by that much and kind of cruising, I can see how that'd be easy to do.
Field goal attempt, plenty of leg. Once again, and good. 48-24. You never know when special teams are going to win you a game. We'll be right back on the Indiana Sports Network.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1. You are. You're #1 at York.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane. Be great.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
48-24. The Bulldogs have doubled up the Braves. Kickoff, not fielded cleanly, and here you go.
Oh, boy. Things kind of snowballing downhill here for the Braves towards the end of this one.
Yep.
So, yeah, we talked about the tough draw for some of the local teams and sectionals here. We mentioned Northview facing Roncalli. And you want to update us on what you just found there, Walt? You got all excited earlier about this.
Well, Brownsburg storming back, tied at 23, but go ahead. They're number one for a reason.
Yep, that's never over till it's over. But no, Northview and Roncalli. That's Northview started the season hot as they have for several years now. Yeah. Cascade kind of showed them up a little bit. Boy, Roncalli's a heck of a tough test.
Awfully good team. Here comes the run. Roncalli, you look at the way their season's gone coming into this game. They are 3-4. So tonight trying to get to 500. But they lost to Chittard. They've lost to Cincinnati LaSalle. They lost to Cathedral. You're looking at playing some really good teams that you're losing to.
It's a whole different world,
Yeah, it is. So it's not your standard 3-4 team.
Also like to throw out a congratulations to South Vermilion for their season. Still undefeated at this point. I assume they are tonight. They were playing Attica, who's 0-8, and they should take home the Wabash River Conference title.
Second year in a row?
Huh?
Would that be second year in a row?
Yeah, back-to-back conference titles. So, another great year up there.
Now, see if they can make some hay in the sectional. That'll be tough.
That was, they went out quick last year.
Yeah, they did.
It was like a Cascade?
I think it was.
That took them down? Yeah.
They're down to 4. Braves on their own 20-yard line. Crossing route. No, you got pressure. Now you dump it off and just can't connect with here and there.
It's not been a banner night here for Brady.
No.
13 of 22. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. South Vermilion, what was the final score on that one?
53-3.
53-3. They take down Attica, so they finish the regular season 9-0, the first undefeated season in team history.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
Congratulations to the Wildcats.
Yeah, Coach Barrett just doing a fine job. Braves going to punt this thing wisely. I don't know if there's any more Garzalinis.
We got
a good kick coverage. 8:34 to go. We'll be right back.
In Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
DAV helps more than 1 million veterans every year. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
Back at Terre Haute South High School, reached out to a good friend and colleague, friend of the Indiana Sports Network, Jimmy Kendall. He said the last time West Vigo beat Sullivan anywhere was 2009. Wow. So West Vigo rattled off a couple wins in a row. A big run right here across the first down marker. And a Brave is down and he just gets up, though. He's a little slow to get up. One of the defensive linemen. Glad to see him get back up.
It's Mormino in there. Sam Mormino,
yeah,
senior running back, number 20. He's about a 13-yard gain there.
I'm not saying that. You say that.
You want me to say that? why do I get that? What?
Oh my gosh. That's. Uh-oh, Ratliff
Look at that.
Under pressure.
Look at that.
Whistle, blow the whistle. Yeah, he was in the grass. blow the whistle. That's a good call there. We don't want anybody to get hurt. He was in the grass. Blew the play dead. And another flag. Post play.
I think the coach is giving him some words over there.
My gosh. Come on, guys.
Columbus North starting to get a little rowdy over on the sidelines.
Man, oh man.
The sack made by Bryson Jackson. Well, we're just going to say this. Cascade finished their season undefeated.
Yeah, they did. Who they play tonight?
The penalty is going against Columbus North. They did defeat Owen Valley tonight.
Oh. But that was a close one.
Well, that's the kind of backhanded little remark my daughter makes. What was that?
Excuse me.
Owen Valley's had a rough year,
Man.
so, to say the least. And, Cascade, they made it a little rougher tonight.
They did.
Sent them packing with nightmares. So.
They did. Let's just say that if these two teams' points were stacked up against Cascade, we got another flag.
Oh my goodness.
So I got plenty of time to ramble on about stuff. If the points from these two teams were put together and compared with how many points Cascade put up tonight,
they'd have two more.
These two teams would be up by 2.
And that's
I'm not
Cascade,
saying
that's Cascade and Owen Valley combined.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm not saying put South and Columbus North and let them play Cascade. I'm just saying you tally these points, 48 plus 24, you tally those points and compare them with the points that Cascade put up. And I'm saying that here at Bob Clemens Field,
39 more than they scored on Northview.
Say it again.
They only put up 39 more than they scored on Northview.
That would be one where you probably could have had running clock in the first quarter. And I'm not trying to be.
No, it's been a very down year for the Patriots.
It has. But here's what I'm going to say. I think that IHSAA got it right with going. I know it was a couple years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. They went with the running clock because we're going to get a pass, and it was nice pass and completion. But the IHSAA got it right when they went to running clock a few years ago, and I think that really should have been done a long time ago. But it's for games like that, when you have two teams that are just clearly outmatched, or they're not on the same plane, there's no need to have 4 quarters of regular clock when a game is that lopsided. And I guarantee you that Cascade played probably everybody they could play.
Yeah.
You know, so they.
You know, and when you, sometimes in high school, are we going to take a timeout? Well, all right.
We'll continue this in a moment. We'll be right back.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
4th down and 9, and the punt team comes out. is at around the 15, and is blown dead around the 15-yard line. Well, 6:18 to go. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout and be right back.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
48-24, 6:18 to go. The Braves looking like they're going to take the loss here, as they're still fighting as that play blown dead. And we were having a conversation about the running clock, and I just think it's a long time coming.
Yeah, it is. And you get a big discrepancy in talent sometimes.
Yeah.
And, it's, happens for one reason or another, but sometimes it can be pretty embarrassing. And
Right.
at that age, you still don't want to go out and have these kids just shown up. And
Yeah.
I think it's a really good thing. Obviously, sports are sports. Sometimes, ugly stuff's going to happen when it
Right.
comes to scores of games. But, yeah, I completely agree with it. And long overdue.
Completion to Mason Lewis. All those days in the MIC where Gerald South and North were in the MIC, and there are a lot of lopsided affairs that could have used running clock during those days. I will say that. Speaking of the MIC, how about the MIC most likely this year being won by Lawrence North? Lawrence North undefeated, and I don't know who they play tonight, or if it's a conference game, but I think they might have the outright regardless in the mix. So kudos to Lawrence North. Didn't see that coming.
I'll tell you what, Walt, we've got 3 minutes left on the north side. They're not going to come away with a victory tonight, but I will hand it to the Patriots. They trail Brebeuf 49-34. They've hung in there pretty well with a team that's been putting up 60, 70, 80 points.
Right.
And not a bad showing.
Right.
So
decent showing at Park Heritage. Is that game at Park Heritage? Fountain Central leading Park Heritage 31-8, 31-6, whatever it was, something like that. Herb King will get another win tonight, so go off in the regular season with on the right step. Good job by Corbin, and a good job with the downfield block by Mason Lewis to get him the sideline, and he gets all the way down across the 30.
about a 36, 38-yard run there.
Yeah, largest, longest run of the night by far for Isaac Corbin. He's been bottled up tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, Lawrence North is at Pike tonight.
Yeah.
And they are leading 24-14 with 5 minutes left.
Yeah, Lawrence North used to be a doormat in the mid.
Pike's pretty tough, too.
They are. They are.
Had a chance to get up there for my son's state chess finals last year. I'd never been on there. It's more of a campus than anything, but it's beautiful facilities. And
those township schools, I tell you, man.
Saw where they play football. Ooh.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Under 5 minutes to go. At this point, you just want guys to be healthy for the next contest. So for both of these teams to be in 2 weeks. Class 5A and 6A, nobody plays next week. So well-defended play here. Wilson having a scramble, dumps that one off, and that's going to be well short of Heron.
Well, you hope Heron can get close to 100% before sectionals. But
I'd love to take him out of this game right now.
Yeah, I don't really know why he's in there. But
yeah, I mean, I know you want to try to
he's
get
hobbled.
him close.
I mean, look at him.
All night long has been tough. There was a conversation, I was having a conversation with someone a few weeks ago. You know, obviously he wants to play. He's got a football career after the season. Might play. I don't know if he's going to play basketball this season or not. Got a new coach. Not sure. Haven't heard. Haven't asked. But the young man's health, you know, he's been battling through and wanting to get back on the field. He's on the field. We just don't want him to hurt himself even more than what he is. If we go to the corner, could be picked. And nope. It's just an incomplete pass.
He caught it, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah, so you don't want Herring to have any kind of structural damage. Yeah. Obviously, it's just a pain tolerance thing right now, probably more than anything else.
Well, I mean, not only that, but this kid's got a college career to think about now too.
That's what I'm saying.
Going up to South Dakota, he's already committed, and it's that is a program.
Yeah.
They're always in contention for a national title. I think Wood Canaan just say the last 2 years they've won the title. Yeah. So, you know, they're one of them. I don't pay much attention to that level of football,
FCS,
honestly, but I always end up seeing the FCS championships.
Yeah.
I always end up watching them, you know.
Yep.
And there's always a Dakota State.
North Dakota State, South Dakota, South Dakota State. Those three schools have pretty much owned the FCS for what? Over a decade?
It seems like 10, 15 years at least.
Yes. So, you know, for Chris to be going there, is quite an accomplishment. And
he might be coming back here to Terre Haute to play a game or two.
he just might, and I bet you his team will win. We had a timeout on the field, 4:12, as you see, as we try to make it through this last 4 minutes, 12 seconds. What else we got to talk about, Joey?
I don't know. What's on your mind, Walt?
Are
we, I shouldn't say this on the air. I don't know. We're doing the Gobbler games again.
That's where I was going.
I haven't heard when they are or anything. I don't know for sure, but Canaan's nodding his head yes.
Yeah,
November 30th, we've got the Gobbler game shootout. That's always a good time.
That's right.
It's at the Holbert Arena this year.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful facility there at Rose-Hulman, and we'll be utilizing that space again as this 4th and 5 play. Oh, it could be a hold there. I don't think they've called it. They're going to let it go, and he's going to get crushed out of bounds before he gets the line to gain. That's going to be a turnover on down. So
yeah, that started the first year at the Holman Center, went to the Holbert Arena. Last year it was at South. Now we return to the campus of Rose-Hulman.
As our high school schedule will start November 21st is what we're looking at, high school basketball. So Bloomington South at Northfield. Usually that game was at the end of the season, maybe the last game of the season usually, but this time we're flipping it up. Those two teams are going to start the season with each other, and then we'll have the Gobbler game with a very robust schedule when you look at what we're doing in December and January. And we'll also have some St. Mary of the Woods basketball, men and women as well, as St. Mary of the Woods, the men basketball, picked the preseason favorite in the River States Conference. So last season, very fine year. First year in NAIA play, the Pomeroys made the NAIA National Tournament. Unfortunately, they had to go 10 hours west in Iowa and fell in that game. It was a tough game, but they did make it to the national tournament, get an at-large. So this year, their hope is to win the conference, get a home game for the conference championship game if they're lucky enough to get there. And then maybe have a little better draw if they can get to. That's way down the road. Coach Jesse McClung coming back for season number 2, looking to have his boys ready to go.
Yeah, excited to see how some of the local high school teams are going to be this year. Terre Haute North had a good season last year.
They did.
South struggled a little bit,
Yeah.
so we'll see if they can improve.
New coach this year, so that'll
Yep.
be interesting to see what new coach brings to the table and what they do there. Under 3 minutes to go here. So Park Heritage looks to be strong once
Yeah.
again. The Gobber games, they have the premier contest. Last game of the night, they'll play Plainfield, so that's a big one.
That is a big one. That's cool to get Plainfield in on that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know.
I didn't know that. I just got notified we're doing over 30 high school basketball games this year. Well,
Troy, we got nothing else to do,
you
man.
gonna be at all of them?
Are you kidding me? We got nothing to do.
So I'm probably not gonna be at all of them. I'll do as many as I can.
I do as many as I can. Yeah. Running right side, the Bulldogs, as they a lot of substitutions in the game.
No, I have a lot of fun. You know, the atmosphere for high school basketball is just awesome.
It is.
Especially at the schools around here.
Yep.
And always enjoyable to go to Northview, North-South, wherever we end up. And got to go to the Eel Dome a couple times last year.
Yeah,
That's
we did.
An experience. So
We definitely did, and so we'll have multiple trips to Park Heritage, which always is dicey in the winter. Yeah, so you know we have we're doing now. Yeah, we're doing a north-south game in the Holman Center, boys and girls. So we're doing both this year, the Holman Center, and so that'll be for the first time. And I don't know when's the last time that we've called a north-south game here on the Indiana Sports Network. It's been maybe 4 years, 3 years. Okay, so I knew it had been a while. We got Park Tudor will be on our airwaves. We got Indianapolis Lutheran be on our airwaves. Mooresville will be on our airwaves. So we've got a lot of, Martinsville, Bloomington South, Linton. So it'll be an interesting schedule that we'll have here with Indiana High School basketball this year.
Well, it's been kind of a disappointing night here for the Braves. They didn't bring it home here. Only 2 home games. They were able to have the Bell game here where they beat Terre Haute North, and then unfortunately tonight did not go as planned after a pretty solid start. But we see the fans start to move out. Luckily, they will get to come home here in a couple weeks.
That's right.
And play for a sectional victory. And as mentioned earlier, that is a winnable game for them, you feel like. But, boy, they've got to show up. This defense has got to bring it.
Yeah, I might come to that one, weather permitting.
You're not going to brave the cold for it?
Yeah, if it gets too cold, I might come up here at the press box. That's it. Victory formation. And the Bulldogs, undefeated in Conference Indiana, as they take home the 48-24 victory. We're going to step aside for a quick break, come back and wrap this thing up. You're watching Conference Indiana football on the Indiana Sports Network.
There was a time when your local pharmacy defined your community. Before the days of long lines and drive-through national chains, pharmacists gave your health personal attention, and you always met with a familiar face. Back then, your questions were always answered, even when you forgot to ask. In Brazil, Indiana, that friendly local pharmacy has always been Lynn's Pharmacy since 1872. We are a modern pharmacy with the latest technology, still deliver that old-fashioned, friendly personal service today. Experience the tradition with your family at Lynn's Pharmacy in downtown Brazil.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
48-24, your final score at homecoming. The Braves down in defeat to the Bulldogs, a mighty fine team, Troy.
Yeah, they really are, and this could be a team you are not done hearing about this season. They moved to 8-1, and 5-0, perfect in conference play. They are your 2024 Conference Indiana football champions. So congratulations to the Columbus North Bulldogs. They may have a really fun month or two ahead of them here, Walt.
Very well could. Best of luck to them in postseason play, and which will get started in a couple of weeks. As we mentioned, 5A, 6A will get basically a bye week next week, and that's only because of the number of teams in those, those classes. But still, Terrell South, as we mentioned, a home game against Bloomington South. Some good things to take away from this game. They really, to me, the best thing is the fact that they fought.
Yeah.
But just a little bit outmatched.
Yeah, they came out well. The defense, it really wasn't there all night, but they were slowing them down at times. But you're right, they did fight throughout. A lot of momentum to start the game. They kind of kept it all the way through the first half, but boy, they really fell off there in the second half. And Bloomington South, that was a really tight one the first time they played. I think they lost by 2.
2 or 3 points.
As we mentioned, they didn't have Heron in that one, so I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. It depends on how he heals up here. But either way, that's a winnable game for them. But, boy, they're going to have to play smart. And that defense that's kind of got me worried a little bit. Gave up a lot of points tonight, and they kind of been a trend this year. So you don't want to get in a shootout every week.
That's been the name of the game. As the defense is going to have to step up and get a couple of stops. 48-24 final score as Columbus North moves to 8-0. The Braves fall here in Conference Indiana play, still stuck at 2 wins thus far this season. A big thank you to the Disabled American Veterans at CLH Sports, Fearless Designs, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lyuna, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. Jackson Hunt, Wyan Foster, and Noah Gastineau, our camera operators, our director, Mr. Keenan Harper. Our next broadcast on the Indiana Sports Network as our high school football games are over for the season, will be next Saturday at 3 p.m. at J. Barrett Field. Calumet City College will be in town to face the St. Mary of the Woods Sprint football team. Both teams most likely will be undefeated. I know St. Mary of the Woods will be, Calumet City probably will win tomorrow. Both teams probably will be 5-0 heading into that contest. A big one next Saturday. Come out and support, watch some good Sprint football. For my partner Troy Wilson and Walter Gordon saying good night, God bless. You've been watching the production of Indiana Sports Network, LLC. Thank you for watching.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
You are watching high school football on the Indiana Sports Network.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.